Hey everybody, I'm Max from Zima Automotive, and one of my passions is just to inform and teach people about the automotive industry. I want to make sure that you know everything you want to know about your vehicle or about the vehicles around you. So I hope and I believe you are going to enjoy this next segment that we are simply going to call, What Is That? So this week we had a lady come in, have her vehicle inspected. She said there's some shimmying in her wheel and some shaking going on in the front end, and she would like that checked out. So as we checked it out, it turned out she had a couple bad tie rods on there. So as we were explaining this to her, she had the question of, well, what is a tie rod? And so sometimes it's easy for us in the automotive industry, like myself, who've been in my entire life, to overlook some of these parts and be like, well, you know what, maybe we should take some time to explain exactly what this component is and what it does. So today we're going to talk about the infamous tie rod. This right here is a tie rod. They will come in all different shapes and sizes. They'll all be a certain length or a width depending on the type of vehicle they go on. One end of this will have threads on it, and this allows it to screw in to another part called the inner tie rod. So you got the outer tie rod, and the part this attaches to is an inner tie rod. And this is what we use to adjust the toe or the angle of your wheels. So if your wheels, if you're looking at them going down the road, this is what we call toed in, this is what we call toed out. Also, if you remember, it's kind of like being pigeon-toed. That's kind of toed in and then toed out. And so this is what we use to adjust that wheel back and forth. So we got a threaded end inside here, and then inside this, not inside this nut, but underneath this nut. If I get there. Hard to see. I know, you still have no idea what you're looking at, right? Well, inside here is a ball and socket design, just like your shoulder. And this stud is the ball, and then this is the socket. And this is meant to rotate back and forth, and this moves with your suspension components on your car. This also connects the wheel, and this is what uses to steer the vehicle. So if this were to break, as that ball and socket inside there wears out, it's just like if you were to dislocate your shoulder. And that thing pops. This will actually pop out. If that were to happen, and this is extreme worst case scenario when this fails completely, when that happens, you lose the ability to steer your vehicle, and this is the only thing that allows you to steer that wheel. So that's why it's extremely important to keep these in proper form. And they consider any play in this, and by play we mean movement, any play in this ball and socket is considered bad by the Department of Transportation. So as that starts to move, just imagine as it's moving back and forth, and you're going down the road hitting all those potholes and everything else on these wonderful Ohio roads. It's just going to cause more wear on that socket design, just like your shoulder would, and eventually that will pop right out of there. When that happens, it's bad news. So make sure you're keeping those tie rods fresh. If you're being told that you have them, definitely you want to have those replaced and keep them in good working condition.